Hello and welcome to Pokemon Fire Red. In celebration of February month, I decided to have a quick go through Kanto. And look at that Charmander. What a good young boy. And I'm sure as you keep going through the series, the theme of this little easy playthrough will become apparent. Now here goes our little rival Gary. Didn't come up with any clever name for him, it's just Gary. He's gonna pick Squirtle to be a nice old counter to us. Squirtle becomes quite the beast later on in the form of Blastoise, having big old pool of HP and defense and special defense and all those things. Alright, so here we go. We got my hero Jackie Robinson going out there to knock this boy out of the park. Here he goes. He gets him with the good old scratch move. I am going to speed up all the battles just a bit, or else this would take way longer than I would want it to take. But yeah, you know how the first fight goes. You do the scratch, he does the tail whip, he does the tackle, you do the scratch, it goes back and forth a few times, and bada boom, there you sometimes win, you sometimes lose, you better win. You could pick up a potion from your little home PC to really make sure you win, but yeah, anyway, after that, we go out into the wild and catch our first addition to this team, a good old young Spearow. Now, you're gonna have to forgive me because sometimes I catch a Pokemon and I forget to record it beforehand, so they're gonna be quick. We're gonna give Spearow a good old nickname to stay in the theme of this quick playthrough, and we quickly, without missing a beat, quickly move on to the next important fight, which is good old Brock, the leader Brock Man Johnson. He sends out a Geodude. We got good old Jackie Robinson here with his Metal Claw that he learned. It's super effective. He gets the attack rising ability thing from Metal Claw. That's good. Look at that attack rising in a couple stages. Yeah, it's a good trade back and forth. And yeah, Jackie Robinson takes no real damage from that. Now, old Brocky boy is going to send out his Onix, which is quite the boy, and here GW Carver is going to try to spread some peanut butter all over this boy, and he does a little bit before getting completely destroyed by a rock tomb. Now his speed fell, which actually is going to prevent him from doing any more of those leers, which would have been quite handy to give good old Jackie Robinson the leeway he needed to maybe two-shot or possibly even one-shot. Now, he wouldn't have one-shot him, but maybe two-shot if he got another leer off. But only managed to get the one leer off, which means we have to hit him 3 times. Now, Onix just needs to hit us 2 times, which is actually pretty bad. However, we get really lucky and just, he misses 2 rock tombs, just like nothing. That was pretty funny. So after this, Jackie Robinson hits level 16, and those of you who've played a Pokemon game before, and or just, you might not, who knows, I didn't, I was surprised actually, this wasn't planned. Yeah, he just evolves immediately after this fight, which is pretty cool. Our good old Jackie Robinson evolves from a young Charmander into a less young, but still pretty young, Charmeleon. And there he goes. If his tail goes out, he dies. I think that's true for all of his evolutionary lineup. And later on, after some fights and stuff, in a panic, I hit the record button, and oh look, good old GW Carver, he evolves into Fearow. What a boy, because that's what he evolves into. And I think I catch one more Pokemon before the next fight. Pretty sure I do. Yeah, there we go. Yep, we throw a good old Pokeball and we catch Mankey. Well, I really like Mankey. I think he's a good boy. And then we move on to the next gym boy. The next gym boy being good old Lieutenant Lightning Man Surge. When I was little, I thought the LT stood for Lightning, and I thought his name was Lightning Surge because I didn't know what Lieutenant was. So that's a fun little side story for you. So Rosa Parks takes quite a beating here, but she manages to beat up that Voltorb just barely. Snag a nice level up. She tries to learn Focus Energy. I tell her no. We gotta send out old Jackie Robinson here. You can take on a Pikachu. Get that Stab Ember off. It's a pretty good one. Jackie Robinson is now paralyzed. That means he goes second no matter what, and sometimes doesn't go at all, which is quite sad. But it doesn't really proc at all here, and he manages to stay strong throughout this. Now GW Carver, he's in a bit of trouble because electric moves are super effective against him, and he only hit twice with his Fury attack. Raichu decides to fuck around and just paralyze him instead of just killing him with a Thunderbolt or Shockwave or whatever he has. And GW Carver really gets in there with 5 Fury attacks, but Lieutenant Lightning Man Surge cheats by using a Super Potion. I try not to use any items during battles in this whole playthrough, which I think I do stick to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stick to. Although I do give them held items and stuff. I think that's fine, right? Yeah, that's in the spirit of the game, sure. There we go, good old Rosa Parks, see if he can't finish him off. He gets a quick attack, kills her instantly. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's send in Jackie Robinson to finish off. He's paralyzed, so it's not the best situation for him, but I think he can take it. He takes quite a hefty hit, but he manages to get the burn off on Raichu with the Ember, and it brings him down just. He snags level 24. Easy, we beat Lightning Lieutenant Surge, get the Thunder Badge, and we can move on. We catch a Drowsy, and we give him a fun old nickname. I think this nickname is quite fitting for the drowsy Pokemon. At least his evolution, definitely. Ooh, Rosa Parks gets to evolve. What's she going to evolve into? A very good punchy boy, girl, evolves into the Primeape Pokemon. What a strong boy. And then Bill Cosby's evolving, because like we're already getting up into the levels at this point, so it was pretty easy to just evolve, like level him up a few times, and then Bill Cosby evolves into a young big old Hypno, and he's got his little hypnotizey thing. We go over to leader Erica for our next gym battle. We got Victory Bell. We're gonna send Bill Cosby to take on this gaggle of poison type Pokemon. His confusion will be super effective against that. And I think he only has one Pokemon that isn't poison, which I think is Tangela, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, yeah, Bill Cosby confuses his way through this. He's paralyzed a bit, so he's not in the best stance. There we go, Tangela. He won't be super effective with confusion against this one because it's a pure grass type, I'm pretty sure. So we're just gonna do the old double effective stab burn from Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson just murders that boy. No problem whatsoever right there. We get old GW Carver. Now flying attacks are also super effective against grass, so he should be doing fine with his peck move. See, he'd be able to 3-shot this gym leader top boy, Vileplume. He gets bonked with a nasty acid, which doesn't really do much, honestly. He's fine. A critical hit there. Nasty for GW Carver, but he managed to burn through the paralyzed, really not taking any effect ever against us, so that's good. Yeah, I managed to breeze through that one right fast. And then we got the next gym leader, good old Ninja Man Koga. He sends out his Coughing. Now, Coughing's got several levels on us at this point. We just get Rosa Parks in there. Rosa Parks takes one for the team, eating the self-destruct from Coughing. What a bad time. Looks like they both got sent to the back there. Then we got Jackie Robinson with a big old Ember, dealing loads of damage against Muck. Interesting fact, Muck backwards is come. Not that that's relevant, but let's just see what happens now. He gets hit with a really bad sludge. That does not look good for Jackie Robinson. He is down for the count. Alright, then we got good old Bill Cosby, hopefully. He now knows Psychic, which would be super effective against this young boy. I don't know why we didn't just lead with him instead of doing the hokey pokey around with the other two. Well, Koga cheats like all the other gym leaders and uses a potion like mid-battle, so that's quite upsetting. But I think Bill Cosby can pull through. He's quite heavily poisoned from the Toxic, which is going to deal incrementally more damage as we keep going. Which is why I am going to switch out just to reset the timer in Toxic. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I'm hoping it is. Yeah, I'd like to point out that they're all higher level than my young boys, so that's pretty impressive, right? Lol. So let's see if he can't snag a win with Fury Attack. Good old GW Carver. See if he can get the 5 hits in. Only 4. If he got 5 and like a crit, maybe he would have done it, but I don't think it was good. But he manages to lighten the load for Bill Cosby to come in and put the boys to sleep. But yep. Use another Hyper Potion, which isn't good for Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby manages to snag the win anyway, just one-shotting that boy. Not really worrying too much. Maybe he can get the one-shot on Weezing. It does not look that way. Smokescreen won't do anything because Bill Cosby can use his psychic powers through any smokescreen, and he does so once again, snagging a level. I think he is now the highest level in our team. I'm really not paying attention to who is the highest level at our team right now. However, speaking of levels, after that gym battle and leveling up a few more times, or maybe even just once or twice, I don't really remember, Jackie Robinson gets to evolve into the final evolution of his chain, the big old beautiful Charizard, Lizardon, as you might say. And then we get given a Lapras. I forgot that you got given a Lapras, so I just decided to make her a part of our team, and I really like Lapras. She's a good girl. We give her a nice nickname, and then we go off to face the next gym leader, which is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She's got a Kadabra, and we got GW Carver with Fly. Pursuit would have been super effective, but I don't know why he didn't just use Pursuit. Whatever. Fly, boom. Now Kadabra has extremely low defense and HP, like stat wise, so that makes sense that one-shotter being a physical move. Send out Rosa Parks against Mr. Mime. Now, the idea here, I think, was, yeah, he was going to use Barrier, and then I'd use Brick Break, and that would break the barrier. But I just ended up using Strength and ignoring, strategy or anything like that. So then, they're going to send someone I didn't see. I was looking away for a second. Alakazam, this one's quite strong. Bill Cosby tries to put this one to sleep, but this is a male Alakazam, so Bill Cosby has a hard time doing that. We try to use Poison Gas for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And that doesn't work. Alakazam uses Psychic on Bill Cosby, but Bill Cosby's mind is warded against such advances against himself. So it protects him. We get the poison off, but Alakazam's Synchronize ability makes all status effects that affect him also affect the other boy. So Bill Cosby accidentally poisons himself. See, Alakazam put the thing in both their drinks. And then the leader uses a full heal to heal Alakazam, and then Alakazam manages to snag a win there, powering himself up. So we're in quite the bad position here, because Alakazam is boosted up with his Calm Mind, and now might just potentially sweep all the lads. Managed to get a wing attack off. That's also a physical move against Alakazam, and that just manages to get him. It wasn't really that much of an issue. Alakazam did take out two of our lads, both GW Carver and Bill Cosby. We got H-Tubs here using the big old Ice Beam, which I thought would be super effective against Venomoth because it has wings, but apparently not. I guess poison, or is it poison bug and not flying? I guess so. I thought it was flying. Whatever. The stab effectiveness from Ice Beam is still pretty good. For some reason we use Confuse Ray instead of just another Ice Beam, I guess. Maybe we think the other guy's gonna use the thing. We have a nice Confuse off. Let's see who's confused the best. We managed to get our Ice Beam off. Does it manage to hurt itself into its confusion to death? It does! What a fantastic, wacky old time. And that's Sabrina, the teenage witch dealt with. Her cat has an insensitive name. It's Salem. And here we got Leader Blaine doing a nice old gesture with his hand right there. He sends out his young boy Growlithe, and we just murder that thing with a Surf from H-Tubs. H-Tubs does very good work in this fight, being that she has a water move, and he is a fire gym leader. But it sends out Ponyta. We're going to send out GW Carver. He has a good move now in Drill Peck. I really like those kinds of moves, the ones that are like kind of specific to the Pokemon. Like Drill Peck for Fearow. It's like his signature move, I like it. So then we got Bill Cosby. We send out Bill Cosby to try to deal with a horse. I'm not sure how Bill Cosby is with dealing with horses. I don't know if he's ever tried that. He tries to do his signature put to sleep move, but it doesn't work yet again. He's just not maybe he's had a change of heart. Maybe Bill Cosby's not up to his old ways anymore. He just has not managed to put anything to sleep. Until right now, he manages to get the horse to sleep. And immediately it wakes up. Bill Cosby's just not on his A game nowadays. He tries to put it to sleep again, but manages to get killed by the horse. We send out Rosa Parks to try to finish off this horse, and she just manages to not do that with a strength. Leader Blaine uses the Hyper Potion, cheating once again, healing 200 HP from that. Brick Break does significant damage and manages to finish it off. That is the downside of using the potion. We get basically 2 free hits if we outspeed them back to back, which is nice, I guess. I don't know, whatever. We got to see which ones has the best fire type on our lineup. I send out good old Jackie Robinson against this Arcanine, and it honestly does not look good for Jackie Robinson. With a critical hit, not very effective move, dealing a significant amount of health, and our super effective Rock Slides are doing jack against this massive beast of an Arcanine. We're going to send out GW Carver, hoping he outspeeds it, which I think he does. I mean, look at GW Carver. He's the epitome of speed as he drill pecks his way to victory. Good old GW Carver, inventing peanut butter and I'm sure other things. Then we got the last gym leader, good old Giovanni. We got it has a Rhyhorn, and it is a rock ground type or something, and it's not very effective. The reason that did so much damage is because Rhyhorn has really garbage special defense, like obscenely low special defense, so any special attack would actually deal significant damage even if it isn't that effective. Gonna send out a bigger Rhyhorn now. We're send out good old Rosa Parks. She actually does have a super effective move, but his defense is actually quite high, so it does about the same as a not very effective flamethrower, so that's quite funny. Either way, we managed to two-shot both of the Rhyhorns with Rosa Parks and Jackie Robinson. Rosa Parks managed to put that boy down. He's gonna send out his Doug Trio, I think. We're going to send out GW Carver because GW Carver is immune to Doug Trios like Earthquake or Magnitude or whatever, and he is just going to, oh my god, do a fantastic Drill Peck. I did not expect it to deal that much damage. Well, we just bash his brains in, forcing him to just keep on pounding those Hyper Potions, just making him spend all of that big old gym leader money on those Hyper Potions. He's going to send out Nidoqueen. We're going to send out Bill Cosby, because I'm pretty confident that Bill Cosby can take down a big old Nidoqueen. I think it's like his specialty. Anyway, Bill Cosby takes a nasty hit here, but he's pretty tanky. He's a pretty thick boy, so he manages to win through that and knock down that queen. Now, Bill Cosby told me himself he does not want to fight a Nidoking. He said something about that being gay, and he is not that kind of man. H-Tubbs is going to use a Paris song in just a form of being dramatic against a Nidoking instead of just finishing him off with like Ice Beam or Surf or something. And he's going to use Confuse Ray to buy more time for Paris song to kick in. And then I think he's going to take a couple of nasty hits from these Earthquakes. Parish count counts to 2. So what Parish Song does is when those counts hit 0, every Pokemon affected by it dies, regardless of how much HP or whatever. We managed to freeze Nidoking amazingly, so now Parasong is absolutely guaranteed to go off, but instead of H-Tubbs deciding not to give her life for the win, she just decides to win instead, which, in my opinion, I think is the better play. We managed to get the final badge from good old Giovanni, and we catch a Dratini in the Safari Zone, which is quite a fun time. Dratini's 5'11", which is quite funny, I think, being that it looks quite small. I guess you measure it from tail to nose. Or give Dratini a good old name in the form of Michelle O. That is Michelle Obama, which is Obama's wife's... Oh, wait, no, that's it. Yeah. No, Michelle Obama's husband's wife. That's who that is. And, yep, after that, we level her up some more, and she evolves once again into the much larger and stronger and also larger, get on with it, Dragonite, which is quite the stat powerhouse. He has all kinds of good numbers in good places, if you know what I mean. It's pretty straightforward. I'm sure you should. And now we're here at the Elite Four, the final 4 boys, and I'm sure there's only 4 of them. This one is the ice one. Good old, this person's name, L'Oreal. So she sends out her Dugong, which is an ice boy. We're gonna break him down with, break her down with good old Rosa Parks. If she uses Safeguard, I thought broke that breakingly, but apparently I just don't know moves. Manages to one-shot her the second time. I guess we just had a bad roll on the first one. Slowbro's next to come out. He is a water psychic, so not ice at all. So we're gonna send out H-Tubbs to deal with that. Now H-Tubbs has learned a new move. H-Tubbs can now do Thunderbolt, which is quite nasty to deal with these this water psychic menace of ours. He does have quite high SP defense, and it has become even higher now with that move. Doesn't manage to one-shot it. He does a Surf, but H-Tubbs has the ability Water Absorb, which heals her from water type moves, so it doesn't do anything to her at all. They're going to send Cloyster out next. Now Cloyster is a water ice type, which means you're just going to spam out Thunderbolt until it's dead. Now we're being quite conservative here because we just have the one team. We don't get any breaks between each of the Elite Four, so we're gonna have to be careful between each fight and not lose all of our Pokemon in between each one. We're gonna send out Jackie Rob to take on their old Jinx. Now Jinx does have Ice Punch. This one does anyway, which would deal normal damage to Jackie Robinson because it's weak against fire and strong against flying. But a good old Flamethrower takes the ice Pokemon down. Ice being weak to good old fire flamey attacks. They send out Lapras. We hit him with a low kick, and since Lapras weighs an absolute ton, it does loads of damage, and Rosa Parks manages to take home the win for us, beating the first member of the Elite Four. We're going to quickly teleport behind her and then forward into the next room to fight old Bruno, the second member of the Elite Four. He is a fighty boy, and that's why all of his Pokemon know Rock Tomb, the best fighting type move. He starts with an Onix, one of the most supreme of fighting type Pokemon. It gets mashed by the 4 times effective Surf, being a rock ground type. He's going to follow up with Hitmonchan, which hopefully Bill Cosby will be able to manage quite easily. He's going to Psychic this boy down to very, very, very low health. However, he just manages to not do that. Bill Cosby is holding a Twisted Spoon right now to boost the power of psychic attacks by, I think, 10%. I don't know. But it still manages to just not one-shot him. He gets hit by 2 nasty attacks, a Sky Uppercut and another one. They're not very effective, so they're not that nasty. I'm just like saying adjectives before words because I enjoy doing that. Hitmonlee is going to come out. I think Bill Cosby can take this one. He does take a Mega Kick because Hitmonlee does manage to outspeed him, even though he has 3 levels on the boy. He does manage managed to get a critical hit and one-shot this leg-based Pokemon. Next, he's going to send out an Onix. We have the answer to that. We're going to go settle a good old H-Tubbs here to run a railroad all over that boy with Surf, the 4 times effective water move against this horny rock snake. Next is going to be old Machamp. Now, Machamp is quite the dangerous boy here. He doesn't have any 4 times weaknesses. He's just a fighting type, and he's quite the stat house as well, with high normal defense and way high attack. So he manages to take a couple wing attacks, which are being super effective. And Jackie Robinson's no slouch when it comes to attack power, in real life or in this game. We managed to get him red health, but
all Elite Four members carry 15 full restores, so he's gonna use one right now to deny all of that progress we made, and we're just gonna have to keep wing attacking him down. I'm worried that he's gonna Rock Tomb now, so we're gonna switch to H-Tubbs, which can eat a Rock Tomb like nobody's business, and we're gonna confuse Ray Machamp to hopefully avoid it. He's confused, and he manages to hurt himself in confusion, which does a fair amount of damage. I'm pretty sure that's based on their attack power. So he's confused again, and he hurts himself again in his confusion, and we managed to finish him off with Surf, a stab, 90-something base power, whatever. Bruno is quite upset that we lost against us.
Some 10-year-old who just got Pokemon 2 minutes ago, and we teleport behind him and move on to the next young boy, Agatha of the Elite Four, the poison type fighty person. Or it's not poison, is it ghost? I don't know, whatever. All of her Pokemon I'm pretty sure are poison. But anyway, she sends out Gengar, which is a poison type. It uses double team. Bill Cosby's gonna just bash this boy's brains in with Psychic after he misses once, but he's gonna manage to bash this boy's brains in. And he does so. Look at that. Good old Bill Cosby pulling out the win there, leveling up to 57. He is our highest level Pokemon at this time, being quite strong. We're going to tell him not to learn Future Sight. Next is Golbat, which is a poison flying type. We're going to send out Michelle Obama right here. She can definitely take on this bat type Pokemon. She has a level on him, and she uses Shockwave, which will never miss. And it deals a fair amount of damage. Man, it's a 2-shot. Michelle Obama is carrying the leftovers. She has collected this from her campaigns to helping those school children with the food meals and stuff like that. So she has those to help out with the healing of her. Make sure she keeps topped up on health. Next is Arbok, which is another poison type Pokemon. Now we have a special move. Rosa Parks is going to use Earthquake, which is super effective against Arbok, managing to just keep her out of the full restore range. Rosa Parks does take a nasty Sludge Bomb, which deals over half her health, which is quite worrying. So we're not going to keep her in there long. But Rosa Parks does manage to take down Arbok quite handily. Bill Cosby's out again against Haunter. Haunter's just a less Gengar, so we're just going to murder him in the same way. There we go. Haunter's now a ghost. And I don't mean type Pokemon, I mean he's dead. Then he sent out a good Gengar. Now this Gengar's whole shtick is putting you to sleep and using Dream Eater to destroy you. However, Bill Cosby has the move something or other that lets him not be put to sleep, because only Bill Cosby puts you to sleep. Know what I'm saying? So he is just the perfect counter against that Gengar. Next we got the last of the Elite Four, Lance, the Lanceman. I'm pretty sure he has a gun that if we lose, he shoots you. So we're going to be very careful with this. He starts out with Gyarados. We're going to start out with Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama's attack drops, which doesn't matter because we can use a special attack move in Shockwave, which is 4 times effective against this water flying type Pokemon. However, even being 4 times effective, Michelle Obama still manages not to one-shot him. I'm a little disappointed there. We're going to send out a second Shockwave and manage to finish off this big old kite type Pokemon. Michelle Obama gets a healthy amount of XP, and we're going to send out good old Jackie Robinson to take on this guy's Dragonair. Now, Dragonairs are not that impressive stat-wise. They just look a little cool, I guess. They're like snakes. I'm going to use Dragon Rage, which is guaranteed to deal 40 damage, so it's honestly not that worrying at all. Jackie Robinson's just going to put the hurt down on this Dragonair with Dragon Claws, just repeatedly bashing this guy in with his super effective move. He doesn't have any stab with it. He's not a dragon type Pokemon, but it is super effective, which is nice. Now we're gonna send out good old H-Tubbs to do some surfs, because I think H-Tubbs is one of the few Pokemon here that can take a few ancient powers from this powerhouse of an Aerodactyl, which is probably the Pokemon that worried me the most on old Lance's team. She takes a Hyper Beam and a super effective ancient power and manages to bring this boy down with 2 stab surfs that are super effective, but still, I think that was quite a worrying time right there. We're just now Jackie Robinson take out the second Dragonair, same as the first. However, this one does manages to get the old Thunder Wave off, which is a little annoying for everyone involved. And by everyone involved, I mean just me involved. He's probably happy that he got it off. Oh, it's the same as the other Dragonair. We're just gonna Dragon Claw it as hard as we can. He does the Veil thing, something or other happens. He's gonna send out another one. Good old Dragonite comes out. We're gonna send old GW Carver. I know, a controversial choice against Dragonite, but if you pay attention here, what GW Carver does is hit him with a Drill Peck before getting bashed in the face with an Outrage attack. Then we hit him with another Drill Peck and get bashed in the face with an Outrage attack again. Now the reason for that is I don't think H-Tubs would manage to one-shot him with a 4 times effective Ice Beam, because Dragonite is a monster in stats. By GW Carver doing the ultimate sacrifice and bringing him down just a little bit, H-Tubs managed to get the one-shot, outspeeding the boy and hitting him with a 4 times effective ice attack. That does, being a dragon flying type, ice being 4 times effective. And now we won, we beat the game, we beat all 4 of the Elite 4, that's why it's called Elite 4, right? But that is incorrect. We got the champion to deal with, and we send out our GW Carver against this Pidgeotto, and the GW Carver managed to get out the win. Good old George Washington. We're going to send out Rosa Parks to face off against his Rhydon with a low kick. Rhydon is quite a heavy boy, so low kick should deal significant damage. Scary Face accomplishing basically nothing, because Rosa Parks is so fast, she still manages to outspeed Rhydon, bringing him down with another low kick. Rosa Parks managed to get a nice level up before the end of the game. Alakazam is up next, and we're going to prove that our Bill Cosby is a better psychic monster than their Alakazam. Bill Cosby is going to use a special move. Alakazam, of course, outspeeding him, being one of the faster Pokemon in this game. Shadow Ball should be super effective against Alakazam, and it is, because that's how things are. Champion Gary uses a full restore like a cheater to prevent Alakazam from being murdered so quickly. And another full restore. This is just Shadow Ball after full restore, really burning through Gary's wallet money here. Alakazam managed to get another Psychic, even though not being very effective, still does some kind of damage against Bill Cosby. Alakazam manages to go down, though, finally, to Bill Cosby's relentless onslaught of Shadow Balls. We're going to send out H-Tubs against Gary's Arcanine. This is going to be very straightforward. We're going to surf him to death, hopefully. Arcanine does a nasty old flamethrower, but H-Tubs manages to get the good surf off, healing herself a little bit with these other leftovers. You can get 2 leftovers in this game because there are 2 Snorlax, and that's where you get the leftovers. So yeah, H-Tubs managed to snag the win against Arcanine. Just, you know, nice standard Pokemon. Water against fire. Good old fundamentals there. We're going to send out good old Jackie Robinson against Executor. Can you guess what kind of fundamentals we applied here? That's set a tree on fire. One of the basic fundamentals of Pokemon. So we set this tree on fire, and now it's all that's left is Blastoise. And for Blastoise, we're going to send out good old Michelle Obama. I think everyone from our team has participated in this fight so far. Michelle Obama is going to be blasted by a nasty Hydro Pump. By nasty, I mean it did barely anything. Michelle Obama is just going to hit him with shockwaves until he passes out, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Michelle Obama takes another Hydro Pump. These are going nasty. Hydro Pump has a PP value of 5, so he can probably do 3 more of those unless he cheats or something. He uses a Citrus Berry, which is fine. Held items are allowed in many competitions and open play or whatever. Michelle Obama does another Shockwave to try to bring down this beast of a turtle. However, Gary cheats and uses a full restore, bringing him back up to full, resetting this these old bones of a timer thing, whatever. Michelle Obama just keeps on blasting away with her thunder shocks or shockwaves, just really trying to bring this boy down. It's just throwing just javelins into a mammoth, trying to bring it down. It is just a absolute slugfest, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. It's quite the fight. Well, anyway, now that Blastoise is basically dead, we're gonna send out Jackie Robinson as a funny joke, but then Champion Gary uses a full restore and memes us. But we're not backing down. We're gonna use Wing Attack with Jackie Robinson to do nothing. Blastoise uses Brain Dance, which boosts the power of water moves. We're gonna see if we can't just jokingly do a flamethrower for no damage. Maybe we get the burn off, who knows. Jackie Robinson goes for a bite. I think he's out of Hydro Pumps now, which is quite impressive, and it's back to the beginning, just like the first fight we ever had. Jackie Robinson versus Blastoise, clawing away at each other, biting each other, basically not having their main forms of attack that they normally do, whacking at each other. Blastoise managed to get a critical hit and turn her around at the last second, changing the way that history was viewed. But Rosa Parks managed to get in here and change the world just like she did in real life by saying, "No, I will not step down. I will be the next female black president," and she kills Blastoise. kills the man. We make fun of Gary. Professor Oak comes. He says, "You're such a disappointment." To the other guy, says, "We love you, Nardo. You are the best. Why don't you go register all of your boys to become big old champion all-star boys right here in this little machine thing here." And there we go. That is Pokemon Fire Red, and I hope you had a fun old time with that. Yeah, it was a fun time. I connected a lot with these boys. It was a fun old experience. See you next time. Bye bye.